Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni has described gay people as deviant and called for an investigation into homosexuality as lawmakers in the conservative East African nation prepare to vote on an anti-LGBT bill. Museveni made the remarks in a State of the Nation address before lawmakers on Thursday.
The homosexuals are deviations from normal. This deviant, is he deviant by nature or by nurture? We need a medical opinion on that.
The bill comes as conspiracy theories accusing shadowy international forces of promoting homosexuality gain traction on social media in Uganda.
The Western countries should stop wasting the time of humanity by trying to impose their practices on other peoples.
Under the proposed law, anyone who engages in same-sex activity or who identifies as LGBTQ could face up to 10 years imprisonment.
There is a growing concern from a cross-section of Ugandans that activities of homosexuality are penetrating the country, especially among the youth in schools. Presiding over January Rumu Day in Kitugumu in northern Uganda yesterday, President Yoweri Museveni openly condemned the vice and called on all Ugandans to support efforts of fighting it.
I want to congratulate the Ugandan believers for rejecting homosexuality.
Today, State Minister for Industry, David Bahati, who is also a renowned anti-homosexuality champion, has re-echoed the President's stand on the matter.
Homosexuality is something against our values as a country. It is something against the order of nature. It is against all values, godly values, and it is something that we should continue to fight. We stand with His Excellency the President's position and the position of the Interreligious Council.
He revealed that he had received information leaking about 30 non-government organizations operating in Uganda to the promotion of these activities. Bahati wants them investigated and their operations closed in Uganda.
There are more than 30 NGOs that are involved in this. I think what we need to do is, because when they come for registration, they never mention that. Some of them never mention. But in the field, they do something different from what they are supposed to do. And we know them. We know that there are NGOs that come and disguise under human rights and other things, and then start promoting this. We need just to be alert. We need to follow these NGOs and stop them.
However, Bahati did not divulge the names of the organizations now accused of promoting homosexuality in Uganda. In 2009, Bahati tabled a private members' bill with tough penalties to prohibit homosexuality, but the law was annulled on technicality as Parliament lacked quorum in passing the bill.
But there was need for us to come out clearly to bridge the gaps that are existing within the law. And these gaps are mainly the promotion, to have NGOs that we know to come out and start promoting homosexuality in our country is wrong and should be stopped.
The Ndora West Member of Parliament now says he will support all efforts by either government or a private member to reintroduce the anti-homosexuality bill to curtail activities of homosexuals in Uganda. Last week, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, threatened to cut ties with the Church of England for endorsing homosexuality in the church. Dr. Kazimba Mugalu was backed up by the Interreligious Council, who called for the reintroduction of the anti-gay law in Parliament.
Society that is not ready for homosexuality, we are a society that is not ready for abortion. If you can't accept polygamy and you're saying you're accepting homosexuality, you're accepting abortion, then what are you talking about?
Other top government officials, including the First Lady Janet Museveni and First Deputy Prime Minister Rebecca Kadaga, have vehemently been speaking against the vice.
It is disturbing that the media should be awash with shocking sexual practices amongst students.
The vulnerable groups like LGBTI community.
This is not our priority. I'm sorry. It's not our priority. Yes. So we're not looking at working with that issue. Our priority is food, education, water, life, not sex.
Minister Bahati says he will not be intimidated by powerful nations in championing what he believes is right for Uganda and African culture.
Therefore, to me,
Ugandan lawmakers on Thursday introduced legislation to Parliament that proposes tough new penalties for same-sex relations in a country where homosexuality is already illegal, defying criticism from human rights groups. The bill is being sent to the committee for scrutiny before it will be debated at the floor of the Parliament.
When you speak to the individual MPs, they will tell you that across the country there is an outcry of homosexual-related issues, recruitment, promotion in schools. Our children are being recruited into this immoral act, and there is a public concern. The basic unit of society is a family. If you destroy a family, you have destroyed society. So there is nothing more important than having stable, solid and grounded families.
I do not agree with homosexuality in principle. Like I said to you, in my church, in my culture. That's against my inner reasons why I believe in what I believe in as a cultural value or as a church. But I do not agree with criminalizing it.
Under the proposed law, anyone who engages in same-sex activity or who holds out as LGBTQ could face up to 10 years imprisonment.